Hey there, distance learning physical science students. It's me, Mrs. Lindy, and just a couple things that I wanted to make sure that you are all aware of. So first off, let me just switch my screen here. So now you should be able to see the Edgenuity screen. One thing that's really important, as I've addressed and mentioned several times before, how important it is to make sure that you guys are communicating with me, whether that's when you have questions or when you need things unlocked, or if you're not sure how something works, please don't be afraid to send me an email so that I can be in the loop and try to help you out. I have my email back here behind me, but I realize for you guys it's backwards. But it's heather.linde, Linde, at k12.sd.us. And I check my email really frequently because for distance learning students or in-class students, that's really just the best way to be able to communicate. So please know that that's an option and make sure you're reaching out. I know that I've said before, whether that's if you have questions or when you need something unlocked, remember with getting things unlocked, that third attempt for quizzes, I will expect to see notes so that you're showing me how you've grown and learned this information since your two previous attempts where you weren't successful. So please just make sure you're doing that. One thing I wanted to mention with the notes, so I had asked some students that had some success utilizing the notes that were the guided notes from Edgenuity. I know that I sent you guys information about utilizing the notes on Canvas. We've kind of had some difficulties with that. So here were some great instructions that I received. So let me kind of share my screen with you so I can show you guys how this works. So let's say we go to a course and I'm just going to go in and show you basically the structure of physical science. That's the class that we're involved with. And so, I didn't go far enough. Sorry, guys. So when I scroll down and click on Physical Science 1, and then let's just say I'm going to go for the elements guided notes. So here's what you do. You click on this link that says guided notes. And eventually the document should open up. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on this down arrow in the middle of the top right hand part of the screen, and that's going to allow you to download this document. So you click on that. The document will download. You pick where you want it saved. I'm going to put it in my guided notes folder if you want to save it, but it does say elements somewhere there so you know the title. And then what happens is it's saved there. So I'm going to close out of it and I'm going to go through my computer to find my documents. And so this might be kind of tricky for you guys to see. I don't know if it's showing up on your screen, but when you go to your documents, what you're going to do is you are going to, whoops, I didn't click on it, I'm sorry. Click on the little documents file there, and then you should have a folder that pops up on your screen showing your documents. Let me just move mine over here. And so you're going to find where you downloaded that, and a lot of times it goes to your downloads too, so just be aware. I'm going to check and see. Oh, I didn't save it there. So I'm going to go to the folder for this class, and I'm going to open up the guided notes, and I'm going to find the goofy labeled one. Oh goodness, of course now it's not showing it. It's okay, I can pick any of them. So let's say I go here to elements, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna right click, and then this little window pops up to give you some different options. So you're going to go to where it says open with, and then you should have the option to choose the Adobe Acrobat Reader DC. So you're gonna click there, and it will open up the PDF. And here's the thing that I did not know before, but if you click on comments, it will allow you to now type in text. So if you look at this little icon right here with this box, that's referring to a text box. So you click on that and you can insert a text box. So everywhere where it's asking you to fill something in, you can type that in. You can choose the font, you can choose the color, you can choose the size. All that is up to your discretion, but you can type into this document to make it an editable document so that you have that information all in one place. Now, I highly recommend these guided notes because they really help show you what are the most important points that you want to make sure that you get from these lessons. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but when I've received emails that have notes attached where I just get like 3 or 4 sentences, that's not really telling me that you learned very much with the lessons that you do. If you look, a lot of these have, as it shows up here, you know, like 11 pages, and there's not a ton of information on each page, but it does make sure that you're getting those main points. And I've mentioned, but the great news is that you can use all of these notes whenever you do any of your quizzes, your assignments, your tests, your projects. So it's a great tool to have in your tool belt for you to look at later and use when you need it. So please just make sure that you're doing that. The other big thing is you want to make sure that you save this, and I would recommend saving things sooner rather than later. So to do that, you click on this little disc looking structure, and that will allow you to pick how you want to save it. And then even better, what you can do to help keep your stuff organized, you can submit all of these through Canvas. And so they're divided up into the appropriate subject areas. So you put it in the correct spot. I receive a notification that you've done that. And then what happens is when it comes to, if you need to take more than, you know, if you tried the quiz twice and you weren't successful, I can easily give you this option to try again. When you take a test, before I can unlock that, I need to see your notes. So it's really easy if they're all there on Canvas. And when you save it on Canvas, it prevents me from having all these different emails with notes. It kind of helps put them into file folders, if that makes sense, so that it's easy for me to access and make sure that you have what you need. Now, another thing that I just wanted to comment on with communication and how important that is, please don't hesitate to send me an email if you're locked out and you need to get locked back in. That way I'll be notified right away. With Edgenuity, it takes me a while to find that information. So if you send me a message, I promise I'll respond to it as quickly as I can to help get you unlocked. But also what I said before, also make sure that you're sending me your notes so that I have that proof that you're ready to have another try at it. Okay, the other thing that I wanted you guys to be aware of is there's this great option within Edgenuity. That was great, Mrs. Lindy. You closed out of the document. Give me a second here, everybody. Within Edgenuity, you are able to, let me pull this over so you guys can see it. I'm sorry, working with multiple screens here. In Edgenuity, you are able to send email via Edgenuity as well. And so how this works, when you guys log in, your screen, I'm sure it looks different, but you guys should have a dashboard, and I can't click on the dashboard because I don't want to show information about each of you, but for your personal dashboard, it should give you, it should keep you on track. Are you where you're supposed to be with all your classes? So please use that as reference to make sure that you're getting to where you need to be so that you can be successful. Now, I know that I mentioned this before, but if you finish the class early, then you're done and you don't have to do anything else. So you can get ahead if you have the opportunity. I highly recommend it. If you're falling behind, then you need to change something. So look at how you can change it so that you can be successful. And like I said, you just got to talk to me if something's not working, if you've got questions, I'm here to help, but it's really tricky for me to be able to call you. So emailing is the best option. So if you don't check your K-12 account very often, I highly recommend that you do, because sometimes that's the only way that I'm able to send you messages. I can't send a group message to everybody through Edgenuity. Otherwise it goes to everybody that's an Edgenuity, and not everybody needs to have those updates. So here, like I said, use that K-12 account, but I also wanted to show you within Edgenuity, if I ever tell you that I've sent you something in the Edgenuity email, what I'm trying to do is, like with the projects, is I'm trying to take a picture of the rubrics and then email them to you through this email. So when you look at your home screen, you should have your name and Central High School up on top, and then there should be this little home, and then there should be an X. But you also might have this little icon that looks like a letter, or an envelope, I should say, and that means that you have email. And if you don't have one there, that's okay. I'm going to show you the other way to get there. But you go to communication, and then you click on email, and that will open up your email through Edgenuity. And what I did is I just archived all my messages, because once again, I didn't want to share any information that's not meant for all of you to see. But what happens is, if you click on new email, and I'll show you an example, you go up here to search, and you can type in my name, and you'll see that, whoop, there it goes. And so you can press it, and that will send me a message via Edgenuity. You can attach files. So if you have notes, this is a way for you to be able to do that. And I would prefer to receive notes probably through Edgenuity versus regular email. Because the notes aren't really, oh my gosh, I need to look at this now, but so that I have it for reference. So just for you guys to be aware of that, you just have to remember where you save them, and then you have the option to attach them. And then here's where you just type in the message. And as soon as you're done, you click send, and then I receive that message, and I get this lovely little, and I can, here, I'm going to just do a test to show you guys. And so once I send it, I get a little envelope up here showing, whoop, now I have a message, and here it shows up. So all you do is click on it, and that's what opens it up so you can see what you need to. So like I said, just a couple things I wanted you guys to be aware of. If there's something that you're wondering about or other questions that you have, let me know. I'd love to make another video if that would be helpful. But I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe and hanging in there, and keep me posted. Let me know if you need anything. All right, see you later. And now it's not letting me stop. Sorry, you guys. I did too many things at once.